Hey Taurus. So I was going to record this outside, and I'm in New England and we're having a beautiful winter day. And that happens, the weather can be kind of bipolar here. Um, Before we get into the reading, I just want to say welcome to the channel. I am the Contemporary Mystic, and I will have a separate video more about like who I am, everything like that. Nothing too long. Though just so you get a flavor of what I'm bringing. But I just want to get into your reading because we're already halfway through Scorpio season, your polarity. There's been a lot going on with you guys. But you're finally coming to this really this place with momentum. It may have felt very internally shifting, especially this year, in terms of how you see yourself and how you see the way you work, as opposed to maybe the people around you and what you've begun to really value within yourself. And I feel like this month you're starting to see that externally. You may be starting to see the shift in who you are can also shift life around you a little bit too, without you asking. And the weekend before, the full moon was in your sign. So the full moon being in your sign also may have illuminated things for you that you really needed to wrap up, that you really needed to have come to a close, possibly. Four of Wands. You may be beginning to see what you want, what your vision is, what you're wanting to create in your life in terms of how you see your home life going, how you see your work going, just everything, again, external, everything, what you see shifting externally in your life. Queen of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. So, you've really begun to see where your creative energy, your creativeness, the textures that you see and feel, and how good you are with things physically, where things begin to connect, where there's also this lightheartedness that comes into play. You're beginning to see more of what you value and how when you do that and put what you value really into yourself and you really, like, for lack of a better term, practice what you preach. If you're someone who does speak to people or do certain forms of, like, depending on your lifestyle, but even if just in the terms of home and who you are and how you go about creating a family or relationships, you're really practicing who you know you are and how light you can also be. So I saw cows, because cows and bulls are related to you guys, but I've seen cows for the first time ever, like, run in my life. And it's like a jog. It's not a run, like a bull run, but it's like, it's still head turning. So I was like, I've just never seen a cow run before. It was so cool. It was so cute. Cows are the sweetest. And you're in this place in your life where you're not so still anymore. You're kind of gaining this momentum, and it's becoming really clear to you what you're wanting to make some switches on. And there might be some sudden movements. coming up for you if they didn't this past year already. And here you come flying out of the deck. The Hierophant. So these swift cuts and these swift changes you even just make about yourself and about how you're aligning with what you do is making you feel more and more, possibly making you feel more and more like yourself. And it's because you're calling more of the shots now. And it's not just about literally calling the shots like as a business person or as someone in a relationship. It's not about that. It's about you not letting things affect you or you learning so much about what is necessary to disrupt your energy. Because there's something so special about Tauruses, I feel, is that others may perceive you as slow, but I feel like we have a lot to learn from you in the way that you time things out. There's this trust and also hard work that goes into the way you decide to put your time, your energy, your Taurusness into things. And it may have been feeling quite abrupt of the stop and go or the ups and downs that you felt, but you're learning so much about yourself, and you've learned so much about yourself, and the world in a large scale is now going to show up for your success in a different way. And Three of Cups, you're here for it. And I think it's important that we're all here for it. The Hierophant shows that yes, the physical world is really important to experience, as we are all humans, and yet there's still more. The Hierophant's like, there's still more that we can experience here. There's still more to learn. There's still more to appreciate. Whether it's in the institution or the religion, if you're a religious person, mostly it's the universe saying, like, I see you. I see you, Taurus. I've been seeing you. I've been watching, and you've been making this build, and you've allowed it to move, and it's okay for you to both celebrate and keep moving in this pace. It's okay for you to be showing up in this time, because there's going to be a lot of quick movement too. There might be things that might have gone a little bit faster. Here's the Eight of Wands. Yeah, so all of this is important. Perfect. We have the Eight of Wands. Do these first. The Two of Cups. And the Eight of Wands. And the Injustice. And the Yum. And then we have the Seven of Cups in reverse and the Six of Cups. So, starting here, Libra season might have given you a taste of what is worth it for you to commit to and what is moving fast. Or whatever you did choose to commit to is starting to move fast. It's starting to move quicker. Cardinal air wants to direct when it's balanced, or when it's just like Taurus, when the decision is made. Similar, both ruled by Venus, but not the same. And then, so it's this aspect of, even though there's a lot going on in the world, and even though it could be slow. It's not right now. Life is giving you a taste, and may have given you a taste last month, about what it is that will move with you and with your pace right now. So if you are one of those Tauruses who are in a fast pace, are feeling that momentum and feeling that go, go, go vibe, you still need to take a step back and celebrate your efforts, but also understand that this is not to be confused with. Like, this is really happening. And there's sweetness. And if it's in a more of a romantic setting, I feel like it's a lot of you for what you've been working on, your business and that growth, but they do go hand in hand. So it could be, if you're committing to a Libra, things could be moving faster with that too. And that nothing, it is real. Like, what is happening is real for you. And I think that's beautiful, because there's something about a Taurus who really knows not only their worth, and knows that they're beautiful. Knowing your worth is a huge thing. I shouldn't even downplay that. But there's something to be celebrated about that always. And you're inviting others to do the same. You're inviting them into this luscious place. Tauruses and Libras are both ruled by Venus, so they're known to be more of the luxurious. And there's just still something so luscious about you guys. So I want to also just say that that's the word I love to use for you. There's this, like, it doesn't matter. Even if you're wearing a turtleneck, it's just sexy. It's not like I'm making you sexual. It's just sexy. It's classy. It's sexy. And you're being noticed a lot now, more than ever. And if it's by a partner, you're really being recognized the way you're supposed to be, the way that you've wanted to be. They're recognizing more and more about you're not just what you say you are. You're who you say you are and who you act as though you are. And because of all of this work, and now that you see where I get this now, learning about different ways of being for yourself, that this momentum, no matter what it is, keeps moving. And the bottom of the deck is the Hangman. And then we have the Hermit too. So know that your timing is pretty on point for you. That this way you're moving now is kind of setting the trajectory for you for a little while. And to understand that your pace, your timing is needed. And again, it's going to be this reciprocated visual for you this over the course of Scorpio season, and maybe even into Sagittarius season. Yeah. Things are swifter. You don't feel as stuck as you used to. And there's a reciprocation of what you want and what others want. And it's going to be more of a flow. Because you see things in a way that's necessary. So, yeah, I'm really happy for you. Lots of introspection, this past year. And it's really good for you guys, because I don't feel the stuckness anymore. I don't feel this super slow energy. It's more of, I'm not moving slow because I'm scared or I don't believe in myself. It's like I'm moving at my pace, and now it's looking different. It's not as slow. And all of a sudden, there could be people you move past. You might be letting go of people as you enter this new phase, in a sense of like, you understand that it's just not worth your energy right now, and that's good. You have to really use your energy right now in a different way. And you get that. And you've learned that. And this month is going to show you, I hope. So, set the tone. Really set the tone now. If there will be information below if you want to work with me one-on-one, evolving as I go. Thank you for being here. And I hope you have a great rest of your Scorpio season. Love you. Okay, so here's your overview. I am going to be holding this like this, so I'll be moving it, so we'll be moving a little bit. So the Four of Wands and the Queen of Wands is signifying you being like the head of yourself more than ever. The one who makes things just as so. And this started to really connect with you internally, into who you're becoming, to who you are. And you're learning to have more ease and swiftness when things get to you. And it's like, even though things are going on in the world in a certain way, for you, things are shifting in the way that they're meant to be shifting. You're kind of, I've been saying like you guys are kind of like the head of our evolution in a way. It's because you understand that there's more to be experienced. You understand compassion and the steadfast pace where you may have been a little, I don't know, you may have been struggling with the past year or so. Especially this past year, because when you do want to get out and go and do things, you do want to go, you want to move, and that's okay. Though there's still a lot to be acknowledged about, and that the world wants to acknowledge you about, the people around you want to acknowledge you about, things that are starting to move quickly. That this commitment, this exchange between a partner or someone you work with who is seeing you and being honest with you and clear with you. And it's not so smoky. This month you may get really clear communication in a way that you haven't in a while. That's also sweet. That's also like very your style. There's a lot to be said about how you decide to maneuver and place things. And you're beginning to see that as something that's to be not considered stuck, because the stuckness comes from when you doubt yourself and you doubt your instincts. Your instincts are really important now more than ever, even if they are moving fast. Even if they are, it seems a little unsteady. It's not really time to look back anymore. And if it's not a commitment, it's possible that you see through a Libra, or it's this really big commitment, a faster pace than your normal, than even they're used to. That it's real, that it's sweet and kind and loving. You're starting to experience that when you decide what to put in, who you really are, it is reciprocated. You're also stepping up in a different way as well. stepping up to yourself, to the people around you. Your energy evokes something, and you're needed to be heard as well. So whoever really needs to hear, or whoever you feel really strong love for and care for, this month may be the best time to see them or surround yourself by those people. Not so much by the latter. To keep it tight, so to speak, with your close-knit people, especially as the world begins to revolve around you in a certain way. You're going to be seen a lot in a way that you may have not been used to, in a way that might feel like, what is everyone looking at? Well, there's substance to what they're looking at, and last month you possibly got a taste of that. Many good things here, positive things. Very clarifying, honestly. Yeah. I love you, Taurus, and I'm really excited to see you keep moving. To see what you and unfolds from you in the future. You'll be learning a lot about how you handle things. And right now I feel like you're kind of unshakable. I hope that makes sense. And again, if you want to work with me further, just check below. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your Scorpio season. Yeah, feel the beauty. Feel it, feel it, feel it. Bye, Taurus.